Hello again. I am Professor Wolfizzle. Today I am sitting in a small, cozy cafe at the corner of a busy street. The window is large, giving me a perfect view of the world passing by. There's a delicious aroma of freshly roasted coffee in the air, and the room is filled with the muffled sound of quiet conversations and clinking spoons. Today I want to talk about the art of observation in a social space. It is a moment to use our senses, to feel the vibrant energy of others, and to practice our English in a relaxed atmosphere. As I sit here, I notice how my social battery feels. After a week of quiet study, I feel ready for a little bit of interaction, even if I am just an observer. I chose this place intentionally. I wanted a space that feels welcoming, but also allows me to stay in my own thoughts. I did not bring my laptop. I only have my notebook and my pen. I want to avoid any digital distractions. I want to be fully present. I look at the people around me. In a previous episode, we talked about how social situations are not just about words, but about gestures and expressions. At the table across from me, two friends are talking. I cannot hear their words, but I can see their interaction. One friend is listening with great attention, nodding their head. The other is speaking with a lot of enthusiasm, moving their hands to describe something extraordinary. It is a beautiful display of human connection. I watch the waiter move through the room. His movements are precise and efficient. He greets every new guest with a warm smile. I admire his consistency and his patience, especially when the cafe becomes bustling and loud. He stays calm and focused. This reminds me of our journey. Whether we are in a quiet library or a loud cafe, we must maintain our inner peace and our dedication to our goals. I begin to write down what I see. I use words like diversity, rhythm, and movement. The street outside is a tapestry of lives. I see a businessman walking with a rushed pace, looking at his watch. I see a child pointing at a colorful poster with curiosity. I see the subtle changes in the shadows as the sun moves behind a cloud. This is comprehensive learning. It is not just about lists. It is about connecting words to the real world. I take a sip of my coffee. The taste is phenomenal. I feel a sense of satisfaction. I think about the word fluency. Many students think fluency means speaking very fast without any mistakes. But as I sit here, I realize that fluency is also about comprehension. It is about being able to sit in a cafe and understand the vibe, the nuance, and the culture around you. It is about feeling confident in your ability to navigate any situation. I remember our lesson about boundaries. Even in this public space, I have my own boundaries. I am wearing my favorite scarf, which makes me feel comfortable, and I'm sitting in a corner that gives me serenity. I have created a sacred space for myself in the middle of the crowd. This is a very straightforward way to protect your energy. By being an observer, I am recharging my mind while still being part of the community. I think about the progress we have made together. In 35 episodes, we have built a strong foundation. We have talked about flexibility, persistence, and gratitude. These are not just English words, they are tools for a better life. Learning 3,000 words is a significant task, but you are doing it with bravery and curiosity. A group of tourists enters the cafe. They look a bit confused. I see the waiter help them with a polite gesture. This reminds me that we are all travelers in some way. We all face uncertainty when we are in a new place, but with a little bit of patience and empathy, we can always find our way. I spend another hour just being present. My mind feels sharp and my heart feels content. I have found inspiration in the mundane details of a Tuesday afternoon. This is the triumph of a slow life. As I prepare to leave, I leave a small tip for the waiter. I walk out of the cafe and feel the cool air on my face. I feel grounded and motivated. Thank you for listening. I'm so proud of your growth. Stay persistent, stay flexible, and above all, stay curious.